that he is a senior leader of a party which gave Tamil Nadu the one and only Chief Minister in J. Jayalalitha, and that he was a former minister in the AIADMK government and a Rajya Sabha member, did not deter MP CV Shanmugam from making one of the worst misogynistic and objectionable statements ever. Speaking at an AIADMK booth committee training meeting, Shanmugam thought he was being clever by half when he compared women to government freebies and said, and I quote him, "Many announcements will come for the elections. They will provide mixers, grinders, goats, cows for free. And why? They might even give a wife for free to each person." Listen in. Wow, I mean, more than the misogynistic comment he's making, look at the laughter. It's like he's made the joke of the century. Shamelessness, I should add. Shanmugam was, of course, referring to the freebies that DMK had offered and was offering in the run-up to 2026 elections, and added that Tamil Nadu Chief Minister MK Stalin, being Karunanidhi's son, is capable of making such promises. DMK, of course, shot back, and Minister for Women's Empowerment Geetha Jeevan called out Shanmugam for demeaning women and said his comments displayed the perversity and malice of AIADMK towards women, even as she highlighted several DMK schemes aimed at women's empowerment, including Vidil Payanam, Kalanger Women's Rights Scheme, Pudumai Pen, etc., etc. I would like to add here, ladies and gentlemen, that when it comes to freebies, AIADMK was no less. In 2011, days after the ruling DMK promised either a mixer or a grinder to women, the AIADMK promptly promised a fan, a mixie, and a grinder to all the women in the state in its election manifesto. So far, there has been a complete silence from AIADMK leadership on what Shanmugam said. Because let's understand, DMK has also fueled a lot of anger amongst women for their comments against women, sexist comments. So it is not really party specific, you know. This is what men in Tamil Nadu, politicians, male politicians think of women, even though they announce schemes for women and thumb their chest and see how much we do for women. Let's debate. We have Advocate C. Rajasekaran, political analyst and President Voice of Tamil Nadu, S. Muralidharan, political analyst, with us. Let's go across to them. Very warm welcome to both of you. Muralidharan, what is that? I mean, what is that? That is so cheap. This is election season. There is anti-incumbency. Let's even look at the smart point of this, Murali, that, you know, according to you, according to a lot of experts, there is severe anti-incumbency. But this is the comment you make and you spoil it for everyone. He should just be banned from speaking ever.
Terrible, Sudha. Extremely terrible. And this is not the first time. This is more something to do with the Dravidian culture. I mean, Dravidian political culture. It's not the people to.
Yeah, I agree.
The political culture as such, you know. We have had, other ministers also. It's not just, the ADMK, it's the DMK also. They go to, extreme levels of, misogyny. And, they treat women as, some kind of commodity, it's been in the culture because I think it's because
and even Yadappadi Palaniswamy calling it lipstick buses.
Yeah, and it's
what is this?
Back. If you see, I think we should go back to the olden days. It's, I think, mainly because of the movie industry close association, where in fact, the female stars were absolutely, they were disgraced. They were actually ill-treated, abused. I mean, you can use anything, It's actually, they think, it's like women folks are like to be used kind of, That's the kind of mentality these guys have. So for him, somebody has to point out and say, see, you've done some mistake. It is not the way to talk. Somebody has to tell them that. Only then they'll realize. That's the sad part. They don't even realize when they make these comments. So only when it comes on the caught on the camera and it comes in the social media and people start objecting and saying that you objectifying women and this is not the way to go, and this been in the culture, but now it has to change. We are in which we are in 2025, and even if now you don't change, and there's no future, and every women get and rest of them, it's one political leader speaks like that, and rest of the followers also behave like that. That's the reason when women go for this party function, they get pinched from the back, and they get I mean, they literally get manhandled in most of the time.
Absolutely.
And this is because of the leaders speaking such absolute nonsense.
And it shows in the political representation. Rajasekaran, you see that except for Kanimozhi Karunanidhi, they all talk about, oh, we will give tickets to women. No one does. Both the Dravidian parties are hypocrites when it comes to that. And about statements, much like what Muralidharan said, you remember what Ponmudi said, making sexual innuendos. Then we also had that great actor Radha Ravi who spoke about that superstar Nayanthara. I can go on and on. I have a sheet, 20 comments. Yes, sociologically, maybe because our politics is also very closely dovetailed into cinema, starting with Kalaignar and Aringer Anna, everyone. But the point of the matter is that it is the culture perpetrated by politicians in Tamil Nadu. And I think there should be punishment. At least they should be grounded, like children are grounded. 2 weeks you will not go out to play. Something like that.
Good evening, Sudha.
Vanakkam.
Actually, this CV Shanmugam, who happens to, are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, see, he is party leader, Madam Le Jayalalitha, being a lady. If she would have been alive, this man would have been thrown out of the party. And lifelong, he would not be rehabilitated to any position in life. But today, he has the audacity and he has the courage to speak against women, and a misogynistic comment made like this, saying, you will get everything free of cost from the government, political parties, because elections, even they will give you a wife. I mean, very dangerous statement. It is not only insult to the honorable, respected women of this country, and he is making such a comment, and he is going scot-free. And the government of the day, the DMK, should so moto act on it and file a complaint against him. And the women folks, the women leaders, or the groups which fight for women cause, must immediately take up this issue.
And it will happen, nothing happens in Tamil Nadu. I remember one politician.
No, I tell you, Sudha, let me finish, Sudha. See, this fellow, this guy, CV Shanmugam, I'm sorry to use the word this fellow because he is not worth saying this person also. He is a habitual offender. He is again, I'm reiterating, he doesn't have a balanced mind. He is such an arrogant fellow, and he has the audacity and arrogance to speak against the honorable women of the society. And also,
please, Rajasekaran, it is vulgarity. It is vulgarity. It is not audacity or arrogance. Those things can still be. No, it is vulgar. He is vulgar. Why are we not saying it? He is vulgar.
Yes, he is vulgar. He is vulgar, and he is not being punished by anybody.
That's what I say, punishment. Yeah, why is it Muralidharan Edappadi has not opened his mouth, Muralidharan? I would have expected him at a rally to stand up and say Shanmugam, but then this is the time of the elections, right? He will not. What about the women cadre in AIADMK? I remember someone speaking so badly about Namita, about Khushbu Sundar, calling them some disparaging names. What happened? Khushbu left that party and joined some other party. The thing is, Khushbu is a friend. Sorry, Khushbu. I only say, no, I say, yeah, I mean, but all I mean to say is that whether it is Radhika, the actress, whether it is Khushbu Sundar, whether it is anyone, they should all stand up and protest. Even if they protest, what will happen? Nothing. They will say, go, we'll get someone else. Muralidharan, this is the culture. I am so sorry to say in political circles in Tamil Nadu. Why isn't Edappadi opening his mouth? May I ask you?
I think with the new generation, probably it will change, Sudha. That's a little bit of hope we have. But with the older generation, it's not going to, because even Ponmudi made those such disparaging comments, and he was excused by the court when he apologized. So that's the sad part. Like, you'll remember, right? That standing up and sitting down and all that, that comments, the court excused him. So court shouldn't have excused him. Court should have at least penalized him, at least sent him for 1 week of, imprisonment. So that's the kind of, punishment you should give such leaders. Only then the rest of West will fall in line. Otherwise, it's not going to change. Whether it's Edapadi or Mr. Stalin, none of them would open their mouth because
but I'm so sorry. All these things are forgotten in a jiffy. If the same person, if he was standing for elections and he wins elections, what is the Pudumakkal or the people of Tamil Nadu will say? Yeah, he did say something like that, but he won elections, So I think the hero worship culture is terrible in Tamil Nadu. I don't know when this will stop. What do you say, Rajasekharan? Everything is forgotten, forgiven, because someone occupies a chair. That is what it has become to. That is what it has become. They call women all kinds of names, and I'm always very surprised. You say, oh, you schemes for women, free bus travel, you will give money for our weddings, you will give us special thalis, you will see to it that I get a sari. But ultimately, what do you do to me? You call me names. What is this?
Unfortunately, in Tamil Nadu, you don't have a tall leader with a real caliber and character. And almost those days are gone. You had a great Kamaraj, who was definitely a tall leader, very respected leader with a good character and stature. And afterwards, along with Mr. Kamaraj, you had Takkan, you have other ministers with high reputation and integrity. All those days are gone. Now you have people like CV Shanmugam, Ponmudi, and in all parties. And Radha Ravi is in BJP, and every next person who doesn't even hold any kind of respect among the society is being promoted by all the political parties, and they become ministers, they become MLAs. People with good character, good quality are not even entertained or not even considered.
But it's not just Tamil Nadu. Even in Uttar Pradesh, criminals are there. Even in Bihar, there are criminals. In West Bengal, criminals are into politics. The politics crime nexus has been there. I am talking specifically about women. Murali, women. And I think it is because they can win you votes. They can get you a couple of applause. I'll play that bite out yet again. Look at the other people who are laughing. I want to get up and ask them, what is funny? Why are you laughing? Let's play that bite out. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see. The chamchas were sitting around him. My God, all the kujas, chamchas, like we say in Hindi, are all laughing so loudly that my ears are bursting. And this is what I mean. The thing is that Muralidharan, I also find very, very hypocritical is, he's talking about freebies, no? AIADMK was not far behind when it came to freebies. What about the cradle scheme? Should I call it a freebie? I think it was revolutionary what Jayalalitha did. If we talk about Tamil Nadu's history, the midday scheme, whether it was Kamaraj or whether it was MGR, the point is, it is revolutionary. He's talking about freebies. He has the audacity, whereas his own party has done it, and like how?
What to say, Sudha? I mean, it's speechless, the reason is, see, they don't get punished also. People are not in that mood to punish them. So this has become a culture. So people also just, look the other way. And unfortunately, it continues. Probably, I think, we hope for a new millennia, for all these to change. But it's extremely sad, and they should restrain, and it's election time, and it's going to get worse. It's not going to go down. It's going to get worse as days go by, because elections, it's heating up right now. So it's so unfortunate. But people like us sitting here and talking, it's not going to make any difference. People themselves should realize the people should try to punish them. That's the only way to take this forward. Otherwise, even the courts are like, in a pardoning mood. So unfortunate it is.
Last question to Rajasekharan, and quickly, Rajasekharan, tell me, why does honorable court, pardon such people? Ponmudi talking about a particular community, and indulging in some kind of a sexual act and all that. It was downright vulgar and cheap, and you apologize and you let go of, fine, but then he will do it again, which means there is little punishment, no, Rajasekaran?
They cannot take suo moto for all these, cheap statements, and the court's job is not to, discipline these kind of misogynistic people in the society or politicians. He is a Rajya Sabha MP, a former law minister, and this shows his mindset, and this shows the quality of this man, and he should be punished by his political party, which is headed by Edappadi Palanichami. Edappadi Palanichami is quiet, and you can understand he reflects the other side of CV Shanmugam. So both of them sail in the same boat. So whatever CV Shanmugam speaks is being acknowledged and accepted by Edappadi Palanichami. The party which was headed by J. Jayalalitha, a lady, is now gone to this level of cheap behavior, making cheap, nasty comments against honorable, esteemed women who are the backbone of this country, and they are all because he has a mother, he has his wife, he must be having sisters, and how come he talk like this? I mean, he should think for at least a second before making such statements in the public. So this is the mindset of these kind of ADMK leaders, and I don't spare anybody. Even DMK, you have many leaders.
Yes,
like
yes,
this.
many
And
of them. And I think the women of Tamil Nadu should stand up and not vote for this man on the people.
Yes, I agree.
They should say, no, vote for him. Even if your husband says vote, he says, I will not vote. That is the punishment for these, I'm going to use that word, ladies and gentlemen, rogues.